Om Shruti Smriti Puranaanaam Alayam Garudalayam Namami Bhagavad-padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya-kritau vande Bhagavantau punah punah Ishvaro Gururagmeti मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम्
ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं
यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथाः मा कृतः कस्य स्विद्धनम् कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेत् शतगुं समाः एवं त्वयि नान्यथेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे असुर्यानामते लोकाः अन्येन तमसावृताः तास्ते प्रेत्या विगच्छन्ति ये चात्महनो जनाः अनेजदेकं मनसो जवीयः नैनद्देवा आप्नुवन् पूर्वमर्षत् तद्धावतो ज्ञानत्येति तिष्ठत्तस्मिन्नपो मातरिश्वा दधाति तदेजति तन्नेजति तद्दूरे तद्वन्तिके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तत् सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवाभूद्विजानतः तत्र को मोहकः शोकः एकत्वमनुपश्यतः सपर्यगात् शुक्रम् अपायमप्रणम् अस्नाविरं शुद्धम् अपापविद्धम् कविर्मनीषी परिपूः स्वयंभूः याथा तथ्यतोत्थान् यदथात् शाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यः. Yeah, up to there, no? So, Isha Upanishad, as you know, begins with the first two profound mantras, And the very first mantra is about sannyasa ashramam, yeah, jnana yoga. That is atma jnanam eva moksha. Freedom is possible only with atma jnanam, and this is the only purpose for which one takes the sannyasa ashramam. Okay, and but if that is not possible, withdrawal from society, exclusive one-pointed pursuit of jnanam, then the second mantra of Isha talks about grihastha ashrama. Grihastha ashrama and gradual withdrawal and performing one's duties, responsibilities, panchamahayajnas, along with the pursuit of knowledge. For that, there was a prayer, may one live for 100 years. Then after that, 3 to 8 mantras, which we have covered, is an elaboration of Jnana Yoga. What is the nature of Atma? Atma Jnana Swarupaha, Kaha, what is it? And what is the Phalam? All that we have just chanted. So the one who gains the Atma Jnanam or the Advaita Drishti, yeah, who sees the Atma Tattvam in all beings and who sees all the beings in the Atma Tattvam will be what? Free from Jugupsa, free from hate. Because how can you hate yourself? Right? See, even our tongue, if our tongue gets bitten by the teeth sometimes, the tongue will not hate teeth, because we will soften it somehow. Because there is a whole aggregate here, the body. So the one who sees himself or herself reflecting in each other, then how can it be Vijayamsa? And if you know the nature of Atma is fullness, the whole, then where is the anxiety and the worry and shokaha and moha also will not be there. Kashokaha, kah moha. For this Atma Jnani, that is the phala. So the Jnani, Atma Jnani will be free from this moha. What kind of moha? Delusion. The samsari will have the delusion that I will obtain peace, happiness, and security from Nama Rupa. Yeah. So there is a pravritti and there is a nivritti. So Kama will be there. But gaining Atma Jnanam, the fullness, there will be no delusion. Yeah, I am of the nature of the whole and I have no expectations and demands from anybody. So one is at peace. That was what talked about that tatra kaha mohaha kaha shokaha. Grief also will not be there. Krishna said this in the Gita, Ashocyanan, Vashochasvam, Prajnavadanscha, Bhashasi. Krishna tells right in the beginning to Arjuna, why are you grieving? There's nothing to grieve about, yeah? Because you cannot kill Atma and Atma cannot be killed. But that is the vision of Vedanta. And when that is not understood, there will be grief. But here we talk about the Jnana Phalam. So, Chinmayananda would say disappointment comes when one has too many appointments in the world. Yeah, it's a direct consequence of if we have too much involvement in this Nama Rupa Kriyatmakam Jagat. Yeah, then there will be, you're setting up yourself for disappointment and sorrow and frustration and all this. Yeah? And so self-ignorance will go only with self-knowledge. As long as there is ignorance of the rope, I'm scared of the snake. Let me show the online students this elephant. As long as there is ignorance of the wood, this appears as an elephant. And remember, I told you the story about this life-size elephant made of wood was frightening for one approaching it. No? What is that? Mamada? Marayindadu? Mamada Yane? There is one Tirumandiram shloka. But when the Guru shows that this elephant, this Nama Rupa elephant cannot hurt you, it is wood. Wood is the tattvam of the elephant. Rope is the tattvam of the snake. So when there is no snake, there There is no snake really. There is only rope. There is no real elephant. There is only wood. So give up Gunjitaha, give up the Dvaita Drishti and claim the peace was the message we already saw. So Atma Jnana Phalam is this freedom from insecurity, freedom from sorrow, and freedom from disappointment and grief. So 3 to 8 of this 18 mantras, Jnana Yoga, Vedanta is over. Now, in the last mantra, 8th mantra, we saw several descriptions of the Atma. Yeah, let's just quickly go over that. 8th mantra is Saha Paryagat. Paryagat means that Atma is transcendent. It is beyond. Then Shukram. Shukram means the effulgent Tattva. You know, if we examine our nature, yeah, we know that we can never cease to exist. There is an amness, no? That is called the self-evident truth. Pratasmarami hridi samspurat atmatattvam. In the morning we say, the morning hours, I meditate on that atmatattvam, which is spuran, spurat, that is pulsating in me, that is sat and chit. So, that is shukram. Then akayam, atma is akaya means without kaya. Without, it is free from not only sukshma shariram, next word is avranam asnaviram. Asnaviram is free from physical body and akaya is free from subtle body. And we have to add causal body also. Stula, sukshma, karana, sharirat, yatiriktaha, iti atma. Tattva Bodha definition. Atma is distinct from the 3 bodies. Yeah. Then apranam is, it can never be wounded. Atma, because there is no form. And it is Shuddham. Shuddham and Apapa Vittam. Shuddha means it is free from Karana. Karana also. And Karana Shariram. Okay. And it is Nitya Shuddha, free from Papa and Punya. That's why we say Atma is Nitya Shuddha. Nitya Buddha, Nitya Mukta. Then Kavihi. Kavihi here means Sarvajnaha. Atma is omniscient. Then Manishi. Manishi is also Jnana Sarupaha. Then Paribhuhu Swayambhuhu. Then the last line of the 8th mantra, we saw how this all-pervading Atma Tattvam, Atma Brahma, when Srishti begins, empowers Hiranyagarbha, and Hiranyagarbha has to delegate all the authorities and the powers and the subtle functions so that Srishti can begin. So that is the last line, no? And you know, Hiranyagarbha then will create the 14 Prajapatis, and then subtle universes come about, then the physical universe, and the whole Srishti goes through a cycle. And this happens eternally. And the power is the power of that Brahma. So with that mantra, 8th mantra, this Vedanta is over. Now, the rest of the mantras is talking about when we are not ready for this vision of Vedanta. Then we have to step down and follow the Grihastha Ashrama. And Grihastha Ashrama how it has to be lived. What are the sadhanas and preparations so that I will get the Shuddha Buddhi in order to assimilate this vision. Jiva Ishvara Aikya Jnanam. How will I assimilate this vision? Those are now the next mantras. Okay. So let's go to mantra number 9. Now 9 to 14 mantras are an elaboration of Grihastha and Karma Yoga. So let's chant that. Andham tamah pravishanti
Andham tamah pravishanti
ye vidyamupasate.
vidyamupasate.
Andham tamah pravishanti ye vidyamupasate.
Andham tamah pravishanti vidyamupasate.
Tato bhuya iva te tamaha
Tato bhuya iva te tamaha
ya uvidya ya hrataha.
yo vidyamupasate.
Andham tamam pravishanti ye vidyamupasate tato bhuya iva te tamaha ya uvidyaya krataha.
Andham tamah pravishanti vidyamupasate. Tato bhuya iva te tamaha yo vidyamupasate.
Now we are going to see the essence of chapter 8 of the Gita. What is the name of the chapter 8? Akshara Brahma Yoga. And we saw that that was a side topic in the Gita, right? The Gita unfolds the Mahavakyam Tattvamasi. But chapter 8 we saw a diversion because it was talking about the two gatis. You know, what happens after this life is over? What are the two gatis by which the jiva will depart? And what happens hereafter? That was the topic. That we are going to see in the next few mantras. Okay. So here, Andhaha Tamaha Pravishanti Ye Avidyam. Look at the Avagraha there. S sign, you have to put an A. Ye Avidyam Upasate. So here the Shruti is saying, those who worship Avidya. Now we have to understand these words contextually. What is Avidya here is not ignorance. Avidya here is Sakama Karma, materialistic actions. Actions done for the sake of an end. Sakama Bhaktas. So when there is a materialistic desires to be fulfilled, you know, we have a list. Those who are Sakama Bhaktas, ye avidyam upasate. What happens to them? Andham tamaha pravishanti. They enter the lokas which are dark. Now, what is meant by Sakama karmas? We all make sankalpas in every puja, right? So when we have a parayanam or a puja or a yajna going on, then what is the sankalpa done? If a Sakama Bhakta is there, the sankalpa will be for putra, parivara, pautram, job, wealth, and good health, or some swargaloka, visa. It's endless, right? So that is called Sakama Bhakta. And Krishna has talked about this, no? Chaturvidha bhajante mam sukriteno arjuna artharthi jignasu artharthi. Four categories are there. So when there are the crisis bhaktas, there are business bhaktas, there are jignasus, and there are jnanis. So Krishna says that initially we all are Sakama bhaktas. Yeah, we have all desired wealth, status, name, fame, career. We have traveled abroad. You know, we wanted all this, and now we were Sakama bhaktas. But here, this Shruti says that those who perform Kevala karma means just for the sake of phalam, either for themselves or for extended family, great grandchildren also included. Then they will enter by which gati? Krishna. Krishna gati. Okay, Krishna gati means the dark path. This is not, Krishna. Gitacharya Krishna, but Krishna means black, right? Krishna Varna. So Krishna Gati is the dark path. So in the Gita we saw the description of the dark, smoky path. So the dark path is not literally dark and smoky, but it refers to the cycle of ignorance. So even if you go to some loka, Pitraloka, Chandraloka, Suryaloka, there will be what? Return. Because the loka is conditioned in time and space, so Shruti is calling that destination also Andha. it's filled with tamas. Because ignorance has covered the intellect, and these kami karmis, they return. So here in the first quarter, avidya refers to sakama karma. Yes, kevala karma. So avidya here is kevala karma. Shankaracharya in his bhashyam also clarifies this. Then we saw, earlier that the sannyasis who take the jnana marga, they approach a guru and then exclusive pursuit, express highway, shravana, manana, nididhyasa. Because court is reduced. Yeah, possessions, obligations, relationships, transactions are minimal. Yeah, but not so for the grihastha. So there will be karmas, duties, responsibilities, relationships are there, possessions are there, mind is preoccupied. Then we saw that all these karmas, if they continue to do with desire, to fulfill some desire for themselves or their extended family, then they will go by the Krishna Gati to dark worlds. Dark worlds means not literally dark, but they will remain, going round and round in the cycle of samsara. They will return. Punarjanma will be there. Now, the second sadhana mentioned in the Grihastha Ashrama was what? Upasana. Upasana means saguna meditation. Saguna meditation means you worship your Ishta Devata. Ishta Devata means your Grama Devata, Kula Devata. No, many people worship here, especially in Tamil Nadu, very, very important, Kula Devata. And which is a very beautiful thing because it is your Deva Yajna. But are you worshipping your Kula Devata for the sake of some result? Or are you doing an upasana for the sake of the Bhagavan? We have to check. Do you have a checklist or a petition? Bhagavan, give me this, give me that. Are you providing that? Upasana. So, in the next line, what does Shruti say? Tataha bhuya eva te tamaha yaha u vidya upasate. Those who worship upasate vidya. Now, here the meaning of vidya is upasana. Okay? Avidya in the earlier half was karma. Sakama karma. Now it is sakama upasana. Okay. So if we are doing some grand puja, parayana, yajna, nowadays not many people do Vedic yajnas, but they're replaced by, I told you, smartha karmas, right? Grand puja, you do 108 Lita Sahasranama, Parayanam, and all these. But if it is sakama upasana means for the sake of a result, then the Shruti says, tataha, more than the other kevala karma, greater darkness you will go to. Darker worlds you will go to. Means it is a greater ignorance. Both are ignorant. Yeah. Why? Because you are still ignorant of Atma. You have gone to a destination which is conditioned in time and space. And no doubt the punyam of your upasana took you there, but you are back. You're back in the body. You just got a break from earthly life. So this Shruti is very hard hitting. It will not compromise, So it will say, you check why are you doing upasanas and your karmas, with what attitude are you doing that, with what sankalpa are you doing that, and that also will determine whether it's a dark world. Yeah. So, but here, which gati will this upasaka go through? Shukla gati. Who does a strong upasana. That is the one who is worshipping the Ishta Devata. It can be Agni Upasana, Devi Upasana. So many people do that. Sri Vidya Upasana, very dedicated to, that ideal or the Ishta Devata. But it may be for the sake of Aishwaryam, for the sake of some Siddhi, for some name, fame. So if that subtle desired end is there, even though this Upasaka will go through Shuklagati is the bright path and may take you to Devalokas, Swargalokas, But Shruti says they are also Asurya Lokaha. They are as good as Asura Lokas because the mind was not pure. Yeah, it was tainted by the sankalpa. Some need-based desire prompted you to do the upasana. Yeah. So then, many people, in fact, have this idea that moksha means Svargaloka. Even in our own country, no? Svargaloka. Why? Because in Svarga, there is no deha, there is no aging, there is no mosquitoes there, and there is no pain. Yeah, and it is much longer the duration of life as compared to earth. So that is why that is considered moksha. But Shruti says, what is moksha? Moksha is no more punarjanma. But both these, avidya and vidya, will lead to punarjanma. Avidya means kevala karma, and vidya means an intense you do upasana. Both are needed for grihastha, but nishkama karma and nishkama upasana is the solution for the grihastha to gain the chitta shuddhi and the jnana yogyata and then jnanameva moksha. That is the message here. So these are simple mantras which criticize the sakama karmas and the sakama upasanas. Okay. So because there is punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, ignorance continues. There is rebirth. And this upasaka we have seen in the Mundaka Upanishad may even go via the Shuklagati all the way to Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka is the loka of the creator. Yeah, and still may return from there. Yeah, back to Prithvi Loka if he or she is lucky and get a human birth. So, yeah, so this, this Shruti is adding that what is the way out? The way out is, of course, Nishkama Karma and Nishkama Upasana. Now, who will do this? Who will undertake a huge Parayanam and a puja with no desire in mind? Will people do that? Some will do that, exactly. There are people, yes, if your prayer is Lokaha, Sarve Lokaha, Skino Bhavantu. Like why not disaster happened, So if we sat for some time, did a puja for their welfare, it's not a personal desire, right? So then those punyas will give a different result. The different result will be Chitta Shuddhi. And you may even go to Brahmaloka and be taught by Brahmadev and get Brahmamukti. Brahmamukti is the phased liberation. Yeah? But Shruti will say when there is a chance to get moksha through Atma Jnanam here, locally available, then try for that. That is the whole point here. So, yeah, so that, so what should we ask for in a puja? What should be our sankalpa? Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu, of course. Yeah, just do the puja. But we can ask for viveka, vairagyam, guru prapti, and a stable body and a clear mind for the pursuit of Atma Jnana. We can ask for that. So that is again Nishkama only. But who will do that? Only those who have a value for moksha. No? And who really understand what moksha is all about. They will only have that sankalpa. So now Shruti is also going to say, how to do this Nishkama karma and Nishkama upasana, for the mukshu who is still in the grihastha ashrama. Because we want to get disentangled. We want a free mind, available for Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. But we have duties, responsibilities, and how to free ourselves from there is through this combination of Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga or Upasana. But Nishkama. And Krishna has said that Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejanaha Paripasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Pahanyam. Very famous shloka. For those Nishkama Bhaktas, I will take care, Krishna has said. Then for the Sakama Bhaktas, Krishna won't take care. No, Krishna will wait because the Sakama Bhakta is going to ask Krishna for give me this, give me that. So Krishna will say, okay, if you deserve this, take this, yeah, and take this, and take this, yeah. But the Nishkama Bhakta wants Bhagavan himself. Does not care for what Bhagavan can give me, but I want Bhagavan. So first, the Sakama Bhakta will become a Jignasu. Then Jignasu will approach a Guru and get the fullness. That's why Krishna says, Mam, Mam, Mam in Bhagavad Gita means me. And who is me? Ishvara, or the fullness. So, this is how it proceeds. Let's go to the 10th mantra. Anyadevaghurvidyayanyat ahuravidyaya iti shushruma hiranam yenastat vichakshire. Let me break it. Anyadeva ahuhu vidyaya anyat ahuhu avidyaya iti shushruma hiranam ye naha tat vichakshire. Okay. So again the same thing. Anyat eva ahuhu iti shushruma. We have heard. See, now Isha Upanishad does not mention any names. Yeah, we don't know who is giving the Upadesha and who is the Shishya, who is the Guru. No names are there, like in Kena Upanishad. But there was some Rishi, and that Rishi says that we have heard, great people, Dhiras, Dhira Purushas, or wise people. Iti Shushruma, they have told us Naha Tat Vicha Chakshire. They have explained to us about the nature of Vidya. Vidya, remember, in this context is Upasana. And Avidya is Kevala Karma. So, Anyat eva ahuhu Vidyaya, Anyat ahuhu Avidyaya. So, by Vidya, a different result is achieved, and by Avidya, a different result is achieved. And we have heard this from other rishis. Same thing, same meaning as the previous mantra. Yeah, that by karma will take us to lokas, but they will be, punarjanma. And by meditation, saguna meditations or upasanas also, one will go to even higher lokas, but again there is punarjanma if it is done as a sakama upasana. Okay. Now, let us go to the 11th mantra, where what is the way out is going to be explained. Let me explain the 10th one message again. No? So here, the Isha Upanishad Rishi says, we have heard from Dhiras, some Vedic rishis who taught us, that when we do upasana, see, upasana here is, let me permit this word, fanatical worship of one's Ishta Devata. One is so obsessed with one Devi Upasana or very single pointed Upasana for the sake of a result. That is called, dark worlds. Okay? And they will go into dark worlds. Then, and even karmas done will also take us to dark worlds. It may be a Svargaloka, but it is dark because ignorance continues. So ignorance can only go by knowledge. That is the point here. So the point here is whether Shukla Gati or Krishna Gati. There is Gati. Gati means you will go to a loka. Lokas are conditioned in time and space, and you will have to come back, return to a body, Janma. So the idea is go beyond Gati to Agati. Agati means no more movement but knowledge. Yeah? And that knowledge is the knowledge of Atma, which is free from the bodies. We just saw that, no? Free from Papa, Punyam, body, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Shariram, Only by gaining that knowledge is one free from gati. You know? Now, see the reason why one does karma and upasana, because there is deha abhimana. No? Deha abhimana. We are already identified with this deha. So when there is deha abhimana, there will be a karta. There will be a karta. And then once there is a karta, then there will be a bhokta. And that bhokta, the result will be experienced in some loka, and when that is exhausted, you will be back in another deha. So, where is the moksha then? Where is the freedom? Again, you are back to kama, karma, karma phalam janma, insecurity, shoka, moha will continue. So, that is not the solution. So, you look, see how wide the range is. The Shruti, covers all the lokas, 7 up, 7 down. That is included in samsara. So the only way out is Atma Jnanam. Now the next mantra is going to talk about what is the solution then. 11th mantra. Vidyam cha yastat vedo bhavasaha.
Vidyam cha yastat vedo
Haya. Let me change the meter. Vidyam cha yastat vedo bhavasaha.
Vidyam cha
yastat
vedo
avidya avidyaya mrityum tītvā vidyāmritamashnuते. Vidyam cha yastat vedo bhayasaha.
Vidyam cha yastat vedo
Avidyaya mrityum tītvā vidyāmritamashnute. So now, what is the way out? If I do kevala karma, I am caught in the cycle. If I do upasana, sakama upasana, I am caught in the cycle. So now Shruti is going to say the combination. One has to do nishkama karma yoga, nishkama upasana, and that combination will free you from any gati. How? Indirectly, it will give chitta shuddhi, and when there is chitta shuddhi, it will give viveka, vairagyam, guru prapti, opportunities for shravanam, mananam, nididhyasnam. Then atma jnanena moksha labhyate. That is the rule. So vidyam cha avidyam cha yaha tat veda ubhaya saha. So the one who knows ubhaya means both. So the one who knows both, which both? Vidya and avidya. Yeah, one who knows both. Then what? Avidyaya mrityum tītvā vidyaya amritam ashrade. Attains amritam through vidya by crossing over death through avidya. So this is number 11. No? Vidyam cha avidyam cha yaha tat veda ubhaya saha. So here the solution is that to discover that I am the nature of fullness, Shanta Swarupaha, I have to know the nature of both Vidya and Avidya. One who knows both, Avidya Mrityum Tirva Vidyaya Amritam Ashnade. So one will go beyond Mrityu and gain immortality. Yeah. So Amritam, see Amritam, the word itself suggests what? Namritam. That which is not subject to death is Amritam. But for many people, Amritam means going to Sargaloka. Yeah. But Sargaloka, again, they will be returned. So Amritam can be one thing, that is Atma. Ajaha Amrituhu. So it says here that the person who is performing karmas and upasanas has to what? Has to perform them differently. Yeah, perform them differently in order to gain the amritam. And what? How differently is through the nishkama karma and nishkama upasana. Nishkama means what? Without yeah, without desiring a result. No? Then what does that mean? That means as in the Grahastha Ashrama, we will have worldly activities, the role playing will be there, duties will be there, some karma karmas also will be there, right? Some desires will be there. So may one perform them with awareness as arpanam, Ishvara. Even if you desire something, you offer it to Bhagavan and be ready to receive the result as prasada. Whatever the result comes as prasada. Then start the day with Deva Yajna, Ishvara Arpanam. Yeah, that can be simply, you all are chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam. Do you do this with some sankalpa? I should get this, I should be free from ill health. No, we just chant it as a habitual sadhana. No? That is what is meant here. You start the day with Shiva Manasa Puja or Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama. Then the mundane activities, eating, bathing, also you see it as Alankara of Ishvara or Abhishekam you're doing during the bath. Then role playing, what is to be done. Swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim viddhati manava. Krishna said, you offer, do archana to Bhagavan through the flowers of those actions which are to be done by you. So you have started the day with upasana and you fill the day with nishkama karma, yoga, and you're going to end the day also with a note of gratitude, Thank you, Bhagavan, for all these opportunities. So when we do that, then that hold that karma has, the binding nature of karma, will go away. And you will glide through life and the karmas are all going to drop away. Drop away as soon as the attitude shifts. The attitude shifts. The binding karma will be released by a shift of attitude. Karma yoga. And we know karma yoga, the right principles, reduce adharma or kama karmas, increase dharma, dedicate all your actions and experience prasada. So that is mentioned here, that if we are doing any puja, any yajna, any parayanam, do I have a long petition, for the sake of me or my extended family, pautram, some desire I'm having, or am I doing it for the sake of Bhagavan? Then that will give us the chitta shuddhi. Will give us a chitta shuddhi and one will accelerate towards the jnana marga very, very fast. So here this mantra number 11 is talking about the combination of karma yoga and upasana, how to combine both, not to negotiate with Bhagavan. If I do this puja, please Bhagavan give me this. Now, Navaratri pujas, whatever pujas is there some subtle expectation we have from, through that ritual, through that upasana, that should be dropped. Punyam will anyway come, but may I not desire a specific kind of punyam by following that puja. So this is where, our ancestors and Shruti have given us this beautiful system of Pancha Mahayajnas. They are mandated for Grahastha Ashram. Deva Yajna, Deva Puja has to be done every day. At least minimum light a lamp in the morning. Then Pitra Yajna, we take care of ancestors and living parents also. So there are no expectations there. There should not be resistance also. We have to do what we have to do. Because that situation in which we are is a manifestation of Ishvara. And I'm going to go through that stage of life, that role playing, that is my archana to Bhagavan. So when I do with that attitude, then the mind will be very, very transparent and steady and clear. And then this Jiva Ishvara Aikya Jnanam will be a walkover for the Grihastha. So Deva Puja over, Pitra Puja over, Pitra Yajna, then Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna is to have a reverential approach towards the rishis, to honor them. You know, Gita Jayanti, connected to Narayana, Vyasa Purnima, and celebrate the Jayantis, Aradhanas. Then support their institutions like you're doing for Seva, their Veda Patishalas. There is no personal gain here. Punyam will come, but we are not doing it for the sake of Punyam, right? So that is the to have the pure intention, pure mind when we perform the Pancha Mahayajnas. Even today in our land, people feed crows, and cows, and even dogs now. Bhuta Yajna are taking care of environment with no expectations. So when we do this Pancha Mahayajnas and our role playing and all the worldly activities, even if you are working as a professional, you can have the attitude, I am placed in this position by Bhagavan, but I value moksha, so this is my offering to Ishvara. That does not mean you refuse to take the paycheck. That you take as prasada, please. But you will not, be resistant. Why I did not get the promotion? Why my appraisal did not go through? Non-resistant, reverential attitude towards worldly karma, towards role playing and panchamahayajnas. That is the way out. Along with upasana. Upasana is best done in the early hours of the morning. So we're connected to Ishvara. Why? Because I want to bring in Ishvara Arpanam in my daily activities. Yeah? Throughout the day, I'm busy taking care of my family, parenting, work, whatever, but I have to do it, in this way as a bhakta, and that will only come through upasana. So that is the this nishkama karma plus nishkama upasana will give me the chitta shuddhi and the eligibility, jnana yogyata for gaining this atma jnanam. There are many, grihasthas. You see in the Gita, Vyasacharya, who composed the Mahabharata, was a grihastha. Arjuna is a grihastha. Then King Janaka is a grihastha. Sannyasi grihastha. Then Krishna. They say Krishna is a Mahagrihastha. There are stories of 16,000 wives and all, allegorical stories. So, the Grihastha Ashrama is not in any way a major obstacle, but we have to go through it in the right spirit so that the mind will be available for the pursuit of knowledge. Now, a sannyasi, even if that sannyasi has taken sannyasa, he has all the time in the world, no obligations, no duties, but if the mind is having some desire, and regretting, oh, why did I take up sannyasa? That may come. Then what is the use of sannyasa? So that is why Gita says, stay where you are in your ashrama, be an internal sannyasa. Develop the attitude of detachment and the bhakti towards Bhagavan, and give up your list of demands. Yeah, and because we have the trust that Ishvara will take care of me, and will show me the next stage in my life. Okay? So let us chant these with mantras again. 9, 10, and 11. Andham tama pravishanti ye vidyam upasate tato bhuya ivate tamaha yad vidyaya rataha anyadeva ahuhu vidyaya anyat ahuhu avidyaya इति शुश्रुमधीराणाम्
ईश्वरमणिराणाम्
येनस्तद्विचक्षिरे
येन सद्विचक्षिरे
विद्यां च अविद्यां च
विद्यां चाविद्यां च
यस्तद्वेदोभयसः
यस्तद्वेदो भयसः
अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा
अविद्यामृत्युर्भीत्वा
विद्ययामृतमश्नुते.
विद्यामृतमश्नुते.
Yeah. So the next few mantras, are talking about upasanas. How to do upasanas and the proper way for this to gain the jnana yogita. And that is why Krishna keeps telling in the Gita, mat karma krit mat paramaha matyaji mam namaskuru. Or mam. Any karmas is there, you do it for my sake. Yeah, and then you do namaskaras to me, and that is the Ishvara Arpanam.
Yatkaroshi yadashnasi.
Yat Juhoshi, that also, yes. Then you will cross over samsara. So we will stop here for now, and we are going to do an arati to Swamiji. I'll show you on the screen also. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.